and welcome back to Diabetes Connections in the News. I'm Stacey Simms, and these are the top diabetes stories and headlines of the past 7 days. In the News is brought to you by Athletic Greens. AG1 is way more than greens. It's daily nutrition made really simple. Our top story this week, a new study says the number of young people in the United States with diabetes will increase by nearly 700% over the next 40 years. This was a projection study using numbers from the past 20 years, published in the journal Diabetes Care. The CDC believes that the increasing prevalence of childhood obesity, as well as the presence of diabetes in people of childbearing age, could be two reasons why the increase is happening so rapidly. There is some evidence that COVID-19 may also have something to do with more cases of diabetes, but there isn't yet enough data to know that for sure. As of January 1st, the monthly out-of-pocket cost of insulin is capped at $35 for seniors on Medicare. That's part of the Inflation Reduction Act. In August, Republicans blocked a provision in the bill that would have capped the out-of-pocket cost of the drug for everyone on private insurance. There was no provision for the uninsured. It's not clear whether insulin pricing will come up again during this new Congress. Insulet is planning a basal-only pump, looking at the type 2 market to complement their Omnipod pump. The newly announced device is designed for patients who receive daily or weekly injections of basal insulin. Unlike Insulet's other devices, it doesn't have a controller. It has a built-in basal conversion rate. They hope to get it on the market by 2024. In an earnings call late last year, Insulet also announced a 42% increase in revenue in the U.S. They plan a European launch of Omnipod 5 later this year. Beta Bionics appoints a new chief medical officer as the company, quote, readies for the commercial launch of the iLet bionic pancreas system. As of right now, the iLet is still in front of the FDA. Sounds like it may be getting closer to approval. Dr. Stephen Russell is the new CMO. He has directed nearly all of the bionic pancreas clinical trials. The bionic pancreas was renamed the iLet a few years ago. It operates using only the person's body weight, no basal rates or other settings, along with input about the size of meals, not carb counts. Lilly's emergency glucagon kit is now out of production. They announced last year they would discontinue the red box emergency kit at the end of 2022 in the U.S. The company says with newer options like Baqsimi nasal spray, Gvoke, and Zegalogue pens, the demand isn't there. If you do prefer the older kit, really the only way to do those mini glucagon shots that some people really like, there are still two options, Novo's Glucagon Hypo Kit that's in an orange box, and a generic made by Amphastar. Another move forward to islet transplantation. Houston Methodist Medical Center in Texas delivered islet cells and immunotherapy directly into a 3D printed device named Niche. It's similar to a bioengineered pancreas. It's about the size of a quarter and goes under the skin. There's a tiny port that means the device can be refilled with medication. These researchers say they're probably 3 years from human trials. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved semaglutide, brand named Weigavi, for teenagers with obesity. When Weigavi was approved for use in adults with obesity in June of 2021, it was labeled a game changer. The results in teens who also received what they called lifestyle interventions were close to the results seen after bariatric surgery. Weigavi is a once-weekly shot. It's also sold with a lower dose as a type 2 treatment with the brand named Ozempic. Same drug, lower dose. Right back to the news in just a moment, but we have a new partner here, and that is Athletic Greens. I heard about AG1 from another podcast. It wasn't actually even a health podcast. It was a business and tech podcast that I really like. And I thought I would give it a try. AG1 by Athletic Greens is daily nutrition made really simple. I am not about New Year's resolutions. I am not about suddenly eating in a completely different way. But I've been taking a multivitamin for a while, and I wanted to try something different. So with just one scoop, I get the nutrients and gut health support, and I cover my nutritional basis. It's made with 75 super high-quality vitamins, minerals, and whole food source ingredients that deliver benefits like sleep support and sustained energy and so much more. AG1 is delivered monthly. I don't have to think about it, and I've got the travel packs. It is so easy to use. I've just mixed it with water, but I'm going to be trying. My daughter wants to try some smoothies and some different ways of drinking it, so I will be reporting back on that. If you want to take ownership of your health, today is a good time to start. Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Just go to athleticgreens.com/Stacey. That's athleticgreens.com/STACEY. I've got a link in the show notes and on the website, and I hope you check it out. Coming up on the podcast next week, you'll hear from a father and a daughter who both live with type 1 diabetes. And they're going to talk about specifically eye health, what has changed, since the father was diagnosed years ago, and what is still the same for people with diabetes. Plus, I get to dig in and really talk to them. They're so open. They share a lot about the feelings that they have. The daughter growing up, watching her father live with type 1, and the dad sharing feelings of not only guilt, but pride in his daughter. I really enjoyed this interview. I think it's really going to resonate. We also get guidance and information from the American Diabetes Association about prevention and treatments for eye issues. And last week's show, of course, was our 2023 prediction episode. What did we get right? What did we get wrong? We'll find out in the weeks and months to come. And that is it for In the News for this week. If you like it, please share it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you back here soon.
Diabetes Connections is a production of Stacey Simms Media. All rights reserved, all wrongs avenged.